Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I have a very special episode for you today. It is Thursday, November 21st, 2024, and today I'm going to be sharing some brand new products with you that are coming out in January. I feel like we're getting a little ahead of the game, but I couldn't wait to show you these amazing things. And I know that we have so many demonstrators who are watching. And so if you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order these things right now. And if you're not a demonstrator, check out the links in the video description. And you can join my team and be able to get all this stuff right now. But I wanted to share this because I know I've got a lot of demonstrators who watch. And I wanted you to be able to see this new product. I am going to share some project ideas with you today as well. If you're not a demonstrator, everything I'm showing you tonight will not be available to order until January 7th. So put it on your Christmas wish list, but go shopping in my store because we still have brand new product that just came out, the November online exclusives. In fact, Stampin' Up has just got new product coming out like literally every other month. They've spaced things out, and so it's really exciting. So there's always something new to get. Check out my online store at juliedavison.com/shop for the latest selection of all the amazing Stampin' Up products that are available. In today's video, I am going to focus on the new January through April 2025 mini catalog, the Sale-a-Bration promotion. This is a favorite of all of ours. It's coming up in January and February this year. And new in January, there's also going to be an online exclusives release in addition to the mini catalog. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I have got a ton of stuff to show you today. I've got my buckets ready. I'm going to show you all the designer paper, all the amazing things. And we're going to start with the mini catalog, then we'll do Sale-a-Bration, and then we'll do online exclusives. Now, here's a quick tip. If you are a demonstrator, I wish the shopping experience was a little more straightforward. On the main menu on the demonstrator website, you're going to scroll all the way down until you get to this section that's called What's New. Then from the What's New, you're going to find the online exclusive pre-order, the January through April 2025 mini catalog pre-order. So that's where you're going to find all the products right there on the demonstrator website. If you are wanting to shop for yourself as a demonstrator, demonstrators get a 20 to 25% discount on all of their personal purchases, and their personal purchases also count towards their quarterly sales minimum. It's really a fantastic time to join as a demonstrator, to get right in, to get all this new product, all this awesome stuff, and to get started before Sale-a-Bration so you can share all these amazing new things with your stamping friends during Sale-a-Bration when they can earn free stuff. So it's just an awesome time. I want to see some thumbs up. Give me a wink, give me a nod, give me a smile in the chat if you are currently a demonstrator. Let me know if you've already pre-ordered. Let me know what you're excited about. If you're not a demonstrator yet, hey, how about this? Tonight, tell me why not? What holds you back from being a demonstrator and enjoying a discount on all your stuff, being part of a great demonstrator community? If there's any questions that you have about what it's like to be a demonstrator, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments here. While we go, I'm going to try to keep a heads up. Yes, Cecilia, I saw that you ordered my new stamp set. I'm so excited about that. And I'm going to be sharing that momentarily. All right, guys, so I cannot show you the inside pages of the catalog. I won't be able to do that until they start in January. But I'm going to have this kind of off to the side and refer to it as we go along. So here is this January through April 2025 mini catalog. I think I can show you the back side. Oh, look at that. Talk to your demonstrator. I should put my picture on there. All right, so this is kind of fun the way they have like little sneak peeks here that shows some like artist sketches and renderings. It's so fun. I've had a chance to kind of be behind the scenes a little bit in how they come up with the stamps, the designer paper, and what the designers do to actually create it. It's really super fun. Well, the mini catalog starts off like a lot of our current mini catalogs, and catalogs are starting with some products that are perfect for new stampers. And I haven't even opened these yet. So let's slice and dice and see what we've got going on. These are new mix and match ephemera packs. Let me know, do you guys like the ephemera packs? They have been, ow, I just got myself. They have been super popular, and I think they're really great for new stampers, busy stampers. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, you can use them for scrapbooking, which I think is super fun. So the mix and match ephemera packs are essentially like laser cut pieces that you can just poke out and put together. So this one is called Greetings for All Mix and Match, and it has a bunch of, oh my gosh, it just looks like all kinds of occasions, and there's 2 of each sheet. They're black and white. Ooh, black and white on black. I like that. So there's lots of different options, and something like this is going to be so good for a new stamper because it just really does cover all the bases and has all of the awesome things. We also have birthday treats mix and match ephemera pack. I'm going to take a look at all of these. I just ordered them all. I'm such a I'm such a sucker. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this birthday treats ephemera pack includes 4 laser cut frames that you can cut apart or use as the background on your card. One side is white and the other side is powder pink. Really pretty. And then we have some other pieces here, and it looks like these are 2 of this one and 1 of this. 2, nope, there's 2 of that one too. So there's frames, there's sayings. Joe, I hear you. She says she's not a fan of ephemera pack. Andrea agrees. I am like, warm me up. I need to use them more, but I think this is really interesting that we have some that are colored, which is my cup of tea, and some that are not. So you can color and kind of customize them yourself. So I think it's fun for quick and easy cards. And if you were thinking about someone who's brand new to paper crafting, this is kind of a fun way to step up from a kit to crafting on your own. So I think as a new stamper, I would really love to kind of have these pieces that look really cool, and I still can feel like I'm making the card myself, but I don't have to have the big die cutting machine and all this stuff. Oh, these are pretty. We've got some labels here and tags. This one is called Spring Celebrations. So we've got Happy Easter, congratulations, good luck. Oh my gosh, this is really awesome. I like these better than the ones we have right now. So we've got some birds and branches that can have some coloring done to them or just be left black and white. The birds or the nest eggs, really pretty. And then we've got some here that are, look at that, it's like printed like wood grain. So we've got branches, wreaths, we've got leaves, butterflies. Oh, I love these. This one might be my favorite so far. Tell me which of these you guys, which of these you are most interested, even if you're not a fan of ephemera. Maybe one of these will hit differently. Washes and florals tags are tags, 2 of each sheet here. So you can punch these out and then layer other things on top. I think the thing I struggle with these ephemera packs sometimes is that they are just so much of a like hodgepodge that I find it hard to mix and match. But I'm noticing here that we've got a lot of like similar themes going on with the wood grain and the flowers, and like I feel like these are meant to coordinate and with each other a lot more than the past ephemera packs have. Megan says her issue is the storage. As a hobby demo, she says she usually stores her items in the original packaging. I hear you. My favorite way to store these ephemera is the clear empty stamp cases. I've shown this before, but they fit perfectly inside. And so you can get a package of 4 empty stamp cases. I think you're gonna have to lose the cardboard. But they fit in there perfectly, and so they keep all the loose pieces, but they also keep the sheets like that. Oh, whoa! Look at this! Oh, I love the laser cut details on these. So this one looks like a Valentine. This one is called Celebrate Love Mix and Match Ephemera Pack, and we've got some great watercolor images, as well as these beautiful laser cut pieces. It looks like we're still doing 2 of each. And then some tags. Be mine. Happy Valentine's Day. I like these. I really like this one for the Valentine. The detail on those laser cut are really just so beautiful. Or wedding. You're right, Sharon, or wedding. So let me know which one of these ephemera packs is your favorite. Even if you would never buy them because they're just not your thing, I totally get it. But I love that we have so many options in this new catalog. Okay, the ephemera pack also has some coordinating cards and envelopes. And this package is the new one, and these cards and envelopes are printed. I have to tell you, I don't remember the price on this one, but like the current ones, I'm like, oh, the value isn't the greatest. But if you are just starting out, you don't have a lot of stuff, it's still a great deal to be able to get cards and envelopes that match and are ready to go. So we have 5 each of the blue design with the stripes, and then we've got 5 that have a very pale flower pattern on it. I don't know how well you can see that flower pattern. It's very pale pink, and then there is like a vanilla or white flower pattern on there. Okay, so 5 of each, and then we've got the coordinating envelopes. So 5 blue and 5 pink. And these can be used with the ephemera, or they can just be used to build your own card and do, you know, something different with other product. So I'm super excited. And if you follow my channel, you know that my Million Sales Achiever stamp set is in this catalog. And it is the very first stamp set in the catalog on page 18. And the reason that it is right up there is because I designed it with all of you in mind to be perfect, not only for new stampers and beginners, but also for everyone. I wanted to have something that would have big greetings that could be used for all different occasions, along with little images that you can mix and match. I'm really excited to finally be able to share this stamp set with everybody. And I am going to plan a class for January. Details to come probably early December. I've got to figure out all my details and what I'm going to include and what cards we're going to do and that kind of thing. So if you are interested in the class, stay tuned for details. It will include the stamp set and I will sign it. So watch for all the details, but I am really loving this. Whether you participate in the class or not, I hope that you will consider ordering this. Now, if you're not familiar with the Million Sales Achiever stamp sets, when you surpass $1 million in personal sales, Stampin' Up lets you help design a stamp set. And I surpassed that milestone 2 years ago in November 2022. And just a little asterisk, this accomplishment is something that is achieved by very few Stampin' Up demonstrators. And so this is a very special thing to be able to have some input on a stamp set. So this was my idea. This stamp set was my concept brought to life by one of the Stampin' Up designers. And I'm just so excited and so thrilled to share it with you. Now, I did share some projects last week with my stamp set. I don't know where the rest of them went, but I have 3 of them here. One of the things I wanted greetings that would fit into a punch because I love punches. I love things that are easy to use. I also wanted cards or a stamp set that would be easy to use with designer paper to mix and match with different designer paper. So on this one, I didn't use any of the images, just the thinking of you. And then this one is totally over the top fussy. I stamped in 2 different colors. I cut them apart. I put them on top of each other. I stamped in the designer paper. I kind of went crazy with this one. So you can dress up this stamp set. You can make it fancy. You can make it simple. And I hope that you will enjoy using it. I'm so excited. All right. So after that, after we get through the kids, after we get through the mix and match ephemera, we have our suites. Now, our suites are the products that are the coordinating stamp sets and dies and designer paper and embellishments and ribbon and all of that stuff. And so the very first one that we have is, I've got to refer to my little cheat sheet over here. The very first one that we have is called the Storybook Moments. And I'm actually not a big fan of this one. It's so funny though, because Claire saw this and she was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And it really surprised me. Claire's my 19-year-old daughter. And I don't know, I feel like we've had something similar to this before, and I'm just not, I'm not a fan of coloring. I'll say it again. We've got 2 stamp sets. I didn't get the other one. This one is called Storybook Friends, and here's the actual size. That's why I was opening it up so you could see. So we've got lots of different characters, sort of in that Peter Rabbit sort of style. So all the rabbits, and then we have some squirrels and another smaller rabbit and a little, what is that, like a hedgehog? A little groundhog, he's so cute. Then we've got a tiny little house, which somehow does not seem proportionate to the animals. And some sayings here. We've got Easter greetings. Some bunny loves you. Welcome, little one. Happy spring. Thanks so very much. Hello, friend. And then some, like a carrot patch and a little stone wall. Now this one has some pretty fun dies that die cut the images as well as 3 detailed kind of storybook frames. I considered getting it and I still might, but for now I'm just stuck with this stamp set. There's also a second stamp set called Storybook Garden Patch, and it has a watering can, some vegetables, some pots, and some garden tools in it. And that was just something that I didn't feel like I would probably use. The stamps or the designer paper truly is the star of the show here. There are 2 different paper packs. I'm going to start with the plaid first. This one is called Storybook Moments. Nope, this one's called Timeless Plaid. And I really love this because I think that it is so much beyond just this sweet. Like I get very masculine vibes from this, you know, like shirts and flannels and things like that. And so I think this would be great for mixing and matching with all different kinds of things. Now this is a 6x6 paper and you're going to get for each of 12 different patterns. Let me move that out of the way. And so let me show these to you. We've got some really great colors going on here. Some Calypso Coral, Wild Wheat, some early espresso, garden green, misty moonlight, mossy meadow. I'm just kind of looking as I go. Some crumb cake, Lost Lagoon. These are really great. And like I said, I'm loving these paper patterns for more than just the storybook suite. I think I would use these a lot. I swear my husband has a shirt just like this with the orange and blue. Such a great paper pack. Lots of versatility here in this paper pack. So this one's called Timeless Plaid. What do you guys think about that one? You like that? Yeah. The other designer paper that comes in this one is super dynamic. This is one of 2 in this mini catalog that has some really amazing things happening. So this is called, am I missing a sheet? Yes, I'm missing a sheet. Okay. This one is called Storybook Moments. It is 12 by 12. I've cut it down just because it's easier to show you, but I had to leave some 12 by 12 because of the amazing pieces that are in it. Okay, so there are 4 sheets that are just regular double-sided designer paper with really cute, beautifully colored images here. And all of these images, just like always, are hand-drawn by Stampin' Up concept artists. And so they create all these patterns, they draw them, they paint them, and then they digitize them and create these patterns and do the whole paper that turns into the 12 by 12. So we've got lots of fun kind of designs here. I like kind of that neutral one, but the best part of this designer paper really is the 2 sheets of laser cut die cut pieces. Laser cut pieces with all these great characters, all these great elements. Oh my gosh, look at these. This is what Claire was dying over. The lamb, the sheep, and the look at that, the dress. This reminds me, I used to play with some toys growing up that were like little animals that had a little village and they wore clothes. And I just adored that. My girls have some of those too that they play with, some of my old ones, and they have some of their own. But there are 2 sheets of these die cuts here. Really beautiful. And then there is another piece of paper that I didn't show you because it's one of those that has the different vignettes. And so I had to keep it 12 by 12 because some of these pieces are 3 by 4, some are 2 by 6. There's just, 4 by 6. There's some different pieces here. So I didn't cut this one down to show you. So there are 5 different 12 by 12 double-sided designer paper designs. And then there's also the 2 sheets of the die cuts. I love that. I'm the mommy says this designer paper is going to connect with the upcoming scrapbooking goodies. You know, I don't know that I remember seeing them. I'm sure I got a survey, but I can't remember exactly what they look like. Now, there is going to be a scrapbooking brochure that is releasing in January with everything else, and it will coordinate with some of the mini catalog things. If you're a demonstrator, you'll be able to see the scrapbooking brochure starting December 17th. There is not a pre-order for the scrapbooking products, and that brochure in January is going to be a digital one because it was kind of done last minute. We are going to see scrapbooking products printed in the catalog starting in starting in May when the new annual catalog comes out. So if you love scrapbooking, then stay tuned because there is going to be a scrapbooking release coordinating with all of the new products that I'm showing you today. And as a side note, for my product share this year, I'm going to include mini catalog designer paper as well as scrapbooking release paper and online exclusive designer paper. So you're going to get all of the new papers and all of the new ribbons and that kind of thing in the January product release or product share that I will offer. So more details to come after I see the scrapbooking brochure. December 17th, I'll have a better idea of what I'm going to include and the pricing and all that stuff. So stay tuned. That product share information is going to come out, but it's going to be in 3 weeks or so. So it's going to be a little while. All right, tell me what you guys think, yay or nay on this paper. I'm seeing some people who are really excited about that. I love it. Oh, paper dolls, Melissa. I didn't think of that. It does kind of have that paper doll vibe to it. Laura says, I was disappointed in the size of the stamp images, small. So they're actually bigger than they look on the cover. Sometimes they do this. There's just so many things to have on the front of the package. And so it says here, images at 75%. And so when you open it up, you see those images. So I think that this size, I guess maybe they're a little small, but I think this is a decent size for these images. And unfortunately, we don't always see the full-size images in the catalog because I learned something that I thought was really interesting. Stampin' Up! Has had a big problem. This has been a big problem for a lot of companies of pirating, right? So counterfeit products, people pirating Stampin' Up! Images, creating the same stamp set. And one of the things that helps those counterfeiters is when we have actual size images in the catalog, because then they just download the PDF and they just copy the images that are actual size. So when we see these images that are a little bit smaller in the catalog, it's to try to prevent those counterfeiters from stealing the images. I didn't realize that, but it makes me feel better about not having the full size images. I miss them, being able to see them full size because it's just not the same. But I respect that. I respect that reason, and I think that whatever we can do to stop the counterfeiting is amazing. So, okay, let's look at these other things that come in this suite. And I love the accessories because, like, I will use these probably for so many other things, even if I don't use the Storybook Moments collection. So this is the Antique Pearls. They're kind of like a light yellow, vanilla. I love that they're all circles. We got 3 different sizes, large, medium, and small. And then look at this. This is Petal Pink Scalloped Ribbon, and it has kind of a fun little almost stitch design on it. It's really beautiful and very like dainty and frilly, and I think it's going to be really pretty to use. Like, I could totally see this for like Mother's Day cards and Easter. So even if you're not a fan of the suite, which it looks like so many of you are, I think that you'll find some of these accessories can be great for other things. All right, our next suite that we're going to move on to is, this is one of my favorites, the Friends of the Ocean suite. And I kind of love this because of the bright colors and the images. Now, when I first saw this stamp set, I was like, but then I saw it has coordinating designer paper, and that really got me excited about it. So this is the, what is it called? Friends of the Ocean suite. I'm going to start with the designer paper because it is my favorite part. It's a 12 by 12 designer paper, and check out these amazing colors. Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Lemon Lime Twist, Summer Splash, and Berry Burst. These images coordinate with the stamp set and the dies, and so you can die cut these images or fussy cut them if you want to. We've got crabs and lobsters, and my astrological sign is Cancer, and that's a crab, so I think that's why I kind of connect with the crabs. And maybe I'm a little crabby sometimes. Megan says, as a New Englander, this is all me. Yes, I think it's just so bright and fun and happy. We've got some coral and some seaweed here. But look at the other sides. Aren't these so bright and happy? I feel like you could use the other sides of these designer papers for fun cards. I wish there was a little bit more on the other side of the lemon lime and the summer splash. But we mostly have pumpkin, calypso coral, and melon mambo. These amazing embellishments are called Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. And I have to open it up to show you because the big ones are kind of angled differently. They are quite big as far as their footprint. They're very thick, and so that's going to be a problem probably with postage, just to be honest with you. We've got melon, a pumpkin, and the summer splash, and these dots have like a little bit of glitter in them. They're kind of beautiful and fun and just so bright and happy, so I think worth a little extra postage. Oh, Megan, a degree in marine biology. That sounds amazing. Okay, so this one is right up your alley with the ocean friends, but you guys have to tell me what you think about it. Here is the bundle. It's a photopolymer stamp set, and as always, it's a little bit bigger. I shouldn't say as always, but as is sometimes the case, we have bigger images on the inside. It's only shown at 75% here on the front. This is a two-step stamp set, so you're going to have two different stamps. It's not reversible. It's two different stamps that go on top to create a layered image that is very colorful. So you can do like a berry burst and melon mambo, or pumpkin pie and calypso coral. Those are kind of color buddies, which they talk about a little bit in the catalog. The dies die cut those detailed images, or they die cut the stamp images, but then we also have some other detail images like this great coral, some seaweed pieces, a little starfish, and a wavy border. Speaking of waves, the Soft Waves embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder that has some pretty awesome texture to it. It is one of those that are about 6 by 6 in size, and I've embossed it here so you can see it a little bit better. Just really awesome, really fun. And I really wanted to make a card with this one, so I think we should just go ahead and pause our unboxing video to make a card. What do you guys think? I was going to make the cards at the end, but let's just go ahead and do it now because I just think it's so fun. So I've die cut some pieces ahead of time, and let me see here. I've got two cards. I had Claire help me out, and there is some glitter paper. I have to bring in the glitter paper. This is part of the online exclusives, and it goes so perfectly with this suite. Let me grab it out of that bucket. There are 6 sheets. It's called like an ombre glitter paper, and so we've got the summer splash, the lemon lime twist, and sort of this calypso coral, melon mambo kind of thing going on. It's really quite beautiful. It is 12 by 12, and I've cut it down. I feel like the sparkle is not coming through very well. It really is such beautiful paper, and so I got this little sparkly die cut with the coral, and then Claire also helped me to die cut from the designer paper a little crab. I have another little strip of designer paper, and I have a piece of the embossed cardstock, and I thought I would just do this with a circle punch. Now I am totally making up this card as we go, so hopefully it turns out as it is in my head, and hopefully it will turn out okay. And Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking we'll do a little berry burst for our card base, and then maybe some melon mambo for a sentiment. So I have all the images here. I could have stamped and die cut, and I would have a very similar result there, but I decided to kind of have that ready ahead of time. I'm going to do the Hello Friend sentiments and get out my berry burst ink pad. I've been talking about this trick a lot lately. Using Versamark first to sort of coat your stamp so it doesn't stain is definitely the way to go. Here is some Berry Burst cardstock for our card base. Oh my gosh, okay. And I'm reaching down to grab a little piece of melon mambo. I almost feel like that is a little dark. I think it's gonna be okay. All right, let's cut. I'm gonna do 3/4 of an inch. I have a little strip here, and then I'm going to stamp and cut the end off. Oh, I almost forgot. Coat it first. Jessica, yes, I will be doing a paper sample from the new mini catalog, and I am not sure about the Sale-a-Bration paper, but I am going to include online exclusive designer paper and paper from the new scrapbooking release that's going to happen as well. I won't have details for that until after demonstrators get to see the scrapbooking brochure, so it's going to be probably 3 more weeks in the middle of December that I'll be able to share all the details about the product share. Okay. Oh, I love this so much. Let's move this stuff out of the way and let's glue this card together. I got some adhesive and some dimensionals, and we are definitely going to have to bling this up. What color do you think we should use to bling? We'll add some dots kind of over here as we get this card together. But leave a comment and let me know. We've got blue and orange and pink dots to use on our card. So let me know which one you think would be best to bling this up. Yes, Diane says this soft wave folder would be so good with the otters. I agree completely. We actually have another wave embossing folder right now. I think it's in the annual catalog. And I was surprised to see a second wave embossing folder because I feel like it is pretty similar to one that we already have. Where are those embossing folders? We have an index. I should just use the index. That would be smart. Oh, I found it. Oh, you know what? It's not a wave embossing folder. I have been using the So Swirly embossing folder, which kind of looks like waves, but the soft wave embossing folder is definitely more wavy and would be really great for those otters. That we had previously, a wave embossing folder that is not current. That's the one I was thinking of, but So Swirly works well too. But yeah, I think it's going to be great for the otters. Gosh, I just love those otters. I was making some cards earlier this week with my team. We had our mystery stamping, and that was a lot of fun. I love doing that Zoom every month. I send out measurements and everybody kind of cuts their own stuff, and then we stamp and make the project together. And I just love how everyone's turns out so different. It is just so fun to be together and to stamp together. I know this coral dye really is so pretty. Okay, so you guys are saying blue. A couple of you are saying use one of each. I don't know if I'm OCD or what, but I have a hard time doing one of each. You guys say that a lot, and I don't know why. I just can't bring myself to do it. I was kind of thinking blue, and I think a lot of you are saying blue as well. Megan says orange. Oops, I'm scrolling too far now. Yeah, I think since we have some blue going on with this, that it kind of would complement that. So I'm gonna do the blue. I'm realizing, oh, is this still wet? I'm going over the edge of the card just a little bit. I want to make sure that I get inside so it fits into my envelope without any problem. Okay, this right here, this over here. Okay, and then this one we are going to have dimensional there, regular adhesive there, maybe a second one. Hello, friend. Do you have a friend that you would send this card to? I feel like it's so bright and summery. It's so weird to be like making a bright and summery card when we are literally having snow outside. It's not sticking, but it's very windy, very blowy today. It's been terrible weather. It feels like Christmas. It feels like winter. Oh, that almost looks like little bubbles. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna do one more. Okay, there's a group of 3 there, and then we've got the one. Doesn't it look like bubbles? Oh my gosh, I just love it. I love it so much. I hope that you do too. I cannot wait to play some more with this suite. This one is called Ocean, Friends of the Ocean. Really great colors, really great fun images. We have the embossing folder, the designer paper, the embellishments. No ribbon in this one, but you don't need it because, gosh, it's just amazing. Did I sell you on it? All right. Let's move on to our next suite. Oh, gosh, this is another one where I was going to make a card with it. I didn't plan that very well. I was supposed to do all the cards at the end. That's okay. Let's see. This is... Oh, actually, this isn't the next one. There is one I didn't order. Gosh, this is sad. I thought I ordered everything. Like, I try to order the designer paper and the ribbon, and then I usually get the stamp sets that are part of the suite, even if I don't get the whole bundle. And this one, I forgot to get the stamp set. I thought I ordered it, and I guess I didn't. So this one is called Delightful Wishes. The stamp set has a branch and some flowers, and then a very swirly, scripty wishing that's long, and then some words that would go under it, like wishing you were here, wishing you all the best, wishing you a happy birthday, wishing you lots of love, wishing you well. So this designer paper is got Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, really beautiful, very springy images. This would be a fun one to play with today when it is so windy and gross out. Look at that gingham. It's such happy paper, isn't it? I know. All right. This, also we have a vellum. So this one's called the Floral Delight. And then we've got Floral and Gingham Vellum. And so here you kind of have an idea of the imagery, like the flowers in this set are very much like this. You might even be able to die cut. I bet you can die cut these flowers with the dies. There's a stamp like this too. So I think actually all of these images can be die cut. The flowers here, that flower, and that leaf all fit the dies that are in the stamp set. So that kind of gives you an idea of the imagery that goes with this. We also have one with blue and flowers and blue gingham. And what color is that blue? It must be on another page. pool party. Pool party. And lemon lolly, that light yellow. So pretty. Okay, who's my flower person? Melissa, is that you? What flowers are these? Are these, oh my gosh, not mums. Oh, I just had it and then it went right out of my head. I have a black thumb. You guys have to tell me. So this designer paper, this suite has some coordinating product. We've got some ribbon, and this is Daffodil Delight 1/8 inch ribbon. So it's a very skinny ribbon, and really, really skinny and fun. And it just coordinates so well with this happy, sweet, dainty. Perfect. And then the embellishments, I feel like, haven't we had these before? These are marigolds. That's what it is. And dahlias. Yes. Oh, these are tiny. Okay. I was thinking we've had little bees before, but not like this. These bees are tiny. It's so hard to tell in the catalog. Okay, so these are tiny bee trinkets. You get 40 of them. We've had some much larger ones in the past, and these are pretty skinny. The other ones were very bulky, and these are flat on one side, so you could put some glue to put that on there, and they're not as bulky as the other ones. So these have a smaller width than the gems we just used on the last card. Let me bring those back out. Okay, just for like some size comparison. And then like, you know, those are just so thick, and these are they're pretty small. They really are tiny. Okay, so tiny little bees. I know, Andrew, this is exactly why I do these unboxing videos, so that you guys can see what these products look like in person, because it is so hard to see. Can they be mailed? I would say yes. Like, I would say they are not any bigger than like other regular embellishments that you use. So if you mail cards with like regular embellishments and just put like a piece of cardboard or something over like a protector layer, I think you could mail these. I don't think it would be a problem. But if you want my official like thing, if I were from the post office, I would tell you they're non-machinable, because everything is non-machinable if it's not just paper. But I think you could probably get away with a regular stamp. All right, so this is the, and I think I answered the question about them being flat. They're flat on one side, and then they've got the little bee design on the other. So, oh, but you were asking flat about mailing. Never mind. Is the ribbon shiny? Oh, no, I like skinny ribbon. I was seeing, it's a little shiny, I guess, and it is skinny. I do like skinny ribbon too, because you can make a bow and it's not too bulky on the card. All right, so this one was called Floral Delight. Sweet, very florally, very pretty. Love these colors here. And I'll have to get the bundle so that I can show you that a little bit more. Our next suite is called, oh, this one is so beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I always get this, this name mixed up. Although I think there's a couple ways you can say it. Beautiful bokeh. I also heard it said bouquet. Beautiful bokeh. Anyway, I'm gonna say bokeh. It has it's sort of that like effect that looks like spots of light. This one is really gorgeous. It has 48 sheets. I was trying to see. There's 6 different patterns. There's 8 sheets each of the colors. And so we have that kind of bokeh design, and berry burst, and fresh freesia, calypso coral, daffodil delight. This one's got kind of some different colors on it. It's really pretty. Almost like a pastel rainbow, I would say. Now, this paper is a 6x6 paper. So this is the actual size as it comes. And yeah, you could totally make this effect. We used to do it with white ink. So like making your background and then using a sponge dauber with white ink and kind of creating the different tones, like the same color ink and then white ink, and you can kind of create the same look. But if you want it already done, then this is the paper for you. Bouquet, thank you, Nancy. Bouquet, am I saying that right? Bouquet? I've not heard that pronunciation before. I always just try to avoid saying it out loud, but now I have to. I like the other side of this paper too. It's kind of like got some paint splatters, and I love the sort of different colors on there. So nice neutral back sides as well that you can use for lots of things. Oh, Cecilia, you think this one's going to sell out? That's interesting. It's always hard to predict which ones are going to be hot sellers. And this one being a 6x6, I don't know if that makes it more popular or not. Do you guys prefer 6x6 or do you prefer 12x12 designer paper? Is it both the same? Okay. Let me know. 6x6, 12x12. I'm kind of ambivalent. I do like 6x6 because I think it's great to get more patterns. In this case, there's not any more patterns. You're just getting more sheets of the same patterns. But in 6x6 that has 12 different patterns, then you're getting a lot more patterns. So I see a lot of you saying 12x12. Scrapbooking, of course. I think the 12x12 is definitely better for that. All right, so this suite, the designer paper isn't even the best part. The best part of this suite is the bundle. Beautiful butterflies. This is a photopolymer stamp set. I'm going to open it up so you can see actual size. They're pretty big. We've got some nice, great images of butterflies here. The outlines. These are sort of for the wings, and we're going to use them on our card today. The sentiments say, in case you need me, I'm here. Time to celebrate. Hello. Happy birthday. So thankful and for you. But this is awesome because we have a hybrid embossing folder. I love these. Do you guys love the hybrid embossing folders? You can use it as a embossing folder, or you can use it with the die inside, and you can die cut and emboss at the same time. So this is the die that fits inside. Did I just rhyme? This is the die that fits inside, and so you can die cut and emboss at the same time. And I didn't do that, but you can see it'll die cut the butterfly in the middle. And then there are also some really fun dies in this set, some detailed dies like this one that fits on there as well. Some label dies, some other detail dies, some butterfly bodies, and this die, which is meant to do something quite fun. So let me show you what this die does. If you have a piece of cardstock, you can line this die up, and there's a little line here at the top of the die. You can line it up with a score line and cut it out, and you get a butterfly card front. Now, I think this is intended to be trimmed then like this, although I suppose you could do some kind of like bridge card. And so I'm going to trim there. So I have a card front here that opens up like this, and you could have the whole butterfly be cut and on top of the card, so you can have like a little mini card on your big card. I am going to case a little bit from the mini catalog and make a card. Do you guys want to see me use this one? I've cut some pieces ahead of time, including a detailed die to go here. And they have a body that is this Calypso Coral color. And so I die cut this die in Calypso Coral, and I am going to just cut the center out so that I can have a different color. That is a little wiggly, but that's okay. He's gonna go right in the middle of there. And we're gonna do some stamping around the butterfly as well. So we've got our butterfly like this. Let's do our stamping. I also, the card in the catalog, it is the bottom of the butterfly is right at the edge of the card. So I'm going to trim this card down just a little bit so that we have the whole thing is the butterfly. So I'm going to line that up, and it looks like 3 3 3/4, maybe 3.5. Yep, 3.5 inches. So this is going to be a little bit shorter of a card. Yes, if you cut it folded, it would make a shaped card. I'm not going for that, but yes, if you, instead of opening it like I did, if you cut it like this, then it should cut through both layers, and then you would have a shaped card that would just be the butterfly, and it would cut so that it would still be a card holding at the sides. The laser cuts we got last year, were there butterfly laser cuts last year? I don't remember. I have brought in a piece of designer paper, and so this is going to go in the back here. And again, I'm just copying the catalog. I think in hindsight, I feel like I would have a butterfly shaped card on another card, but I'm just going to go with what they got. And for this, I'm going to do 3 inches by 5.5. Since our card base is 3.5 inches, it's going to take up most of it like that. And they brought in some fresh freesia, and they have stamped with fresh freesia. So I'm going to do some stamping with fresh freesia, and also calypso coral. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. Instead of fresh freesia, I'm going to do some petal pink. Yeah, I'm going to do some petal pink because I like that color in there. So this is, again, I didn't plan, like I planned it, but I didn't test out this card making thing. It was kind of tight. My order just came today, and so I didn't have a lot of time to play before we came live. I was busy organizing all of my supplies to show you. Okay, let's get this one on here. And I'm going to open this up. Should get some grid paper. So I'm going to start with these sort of big images. I think, what's the difference between these? I guess just the sides. Okay, so we're going to do one up here, one down here, one over here, one down here. Oh, this is really cool. And then in the sample, they took the dots and they filled it in all around. So I should have done a different color, but I'm going to just stick with the petal pink and fill in lots of dots to make a pattern. Do you guys like butterflies? I have a friend who is scared of butterflies. She doesn't like butterflies at all. I guess I'm not afraid of many bugs in general, but okay. Oh yeah, the laser cuts from the lavender suite. I don't know why I forgot about those. Okay, so we've got petal pink here. I did get the calypso coral out because I want to stamp the sentiment. I die cut a label from this set, and the happy birthday is going to fit in that label really well. So I'm going to stamp happy birthday. And let's get this glued together and see how it turns out. The tricky thing, is going to be where you would write your message, because you'd have, well, I guess you'd have plenty of room to write it there. This suite has no ribbon, but it does have some really fun sparkle gems. They are loose sequins, and they're called Itty Bitty Bokeh Mix. Bokeh What am I saying? It just feels weird to say that. I don't want to. I don't want to say that word. The original had a bigger greeting. Tell me what you guys think. Should the body go on top? Yes, I think on top. Okay, never mind. Answer my own question. I was gonna say on top or underneath, but I think on top. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some liquid glue to add this detailed die cut, and I use Lemon Lolly, which is the color they used on the sample in the catalog. In hindsight, like, I don't know. I think the yellow is still nice, but I might have done Calypso Coral for this, the detailed piece, and then done a petal pink body instead. But like I said, I think it's going to be fine. There's never a wrong way. Okay, and then we're gonna do happy birthday over the top. Oh, this is so sweet. I love the way it just kind of came together like that. Let's see, where did the dimensionals go? I think it's really fun. And one of the things I love, I keep saying this, that the dies from Stampin' Up! Just keep getting more and more dynamic. And so to have this die that kind of comes out, you know, to create this shaped card, I think it's just really, really cool. Oh, I love that. Diane says she's trying to plant more native flowers to attract more butterflies and bees. I know. I think most of you are saying that you like butterflies. Although Megan says she knows somebody who doesn't like butterflies either. I know. I'm sorry, Cecilia, if I have made you want something that you weren't planning to get. I have a tendency to do that, don't I? Here are the little sequins, the itty bitty bokeh mix. And they seem to be more of the like blue and purple. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a great shaker card. Let's see if we can find some elements to stick on our card. Oh, they're very staticky, aren't they? They're very pretty. We've got some like detailed ones and some like iridescent discs that are more just sort of flat. There's also these ones that are a little bit more of a dome. Like, I don't know how well you can see that. It's almost like a dot, like an adhesive back dot, but there's no adhesive on this. So these are all loose. I'm going to put some of these iridescent ones on. And being a butterfly, I feel like I need to Janice. Oh, it might be true. She said she doesn't think her budget is going to survive this catalog. I feel you. I had the same problem with this pre-order. I still have so much I haven't showed you yet. There's so much in this catalog. It's so amazing. All right, I'm going to add some of these sequins and bling up our butterfly. Don't follow me. Use your take your pick tool to control your loose sequins. That is the best way to keep them under control and put them where you want them to be, is the take your pick tool. I am still missing my putty end. I have to figure out where I put it. I have my other ends on the take your pick tool right now, and so that is why my putty end isn't on there. I think I have a dye brush on there right now. The take your pick tool though is the boss for loose sequins like this. Okay. Here is our finished butterfly card with the extra sequin. As a demo, I've always got the website open. I know that's the curse and the blessing. Not only is the website always available for you to order, but you get a discount on all your orders. So it's just easy to justify buying more when we know that we're getting a discount on all of it. Tell me what you think about beautiful butterflies and this awesome new suite. I think the designer paper is going to be really beautiful. Even if butterflies are not your thing, I think you can create some really fun projects with this designer paper and other suites. Because we have a lot of bundles and we have a lot of stamp sets that are available that don't necessarily have coordinating paper. And so I think it's always fun to kind of mix and match those awesome things. Yes, the digital catalog is available right now for this mini catalog for demonstrators, and you can find it under Happening Now product releases. And then the pre-order, I shared this at the beginning. I'm gonna do this really quick. If you're a demonstrator, on the demonstrator website, you're gonna go under menu, scroll all the way down to the what's new, and then there's two different sections that show all the pre-order products: online exclusive pre-order and January through April mini catalog pre-order. So both of those will show you just the products that are available for pre-order, and kind of just highlight that for easy shopping, which is dangerous. So proceed with care. Okay, let's get on to our next suite. It's going to be a long video. We have the Wildflower Birthday Suite. This is another one with amazing designer paper. And it is foiled and beautiful. The Wildflower Birthday Suite has gold foil on all the pages and beautiful colors, including Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Old Olive, Soft Seafoam, Pool Party, and of course that gold foil. It has nice soft floral imagery, and the designer paper is my favorite part, but the bundle is also really super cool as well. The designer paper it's 12 by 12, and it has 5 different designs. I kept this one intact because it has those different sizes: the 2x4 tags, 3x3, 4x3, 2 or 1x3, these kind of fun labels. And then this one, just like the Storybook Moments, has detailed laser cut pieces. There are 2 sheets, and they have balloons and flowers and cake and a bouquet. So many amazing things, all with the silver foil on it. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, I just love this one. So you have, these are the 12 by 12 designs that are also in it, that are full sheets of that design with the really soft pastel other side. I know this one is definitely one of my favorite. I think this one has, no, not this one. I was going to say, I think it has Memories and More cards, but I'm thinking of something else. Here is the coordinating bundle. It's called Birthday Celebration, and the stamp set itself has a few flower images in the banner and lots of words, but the dies are what is really cool about this. There is a banner die as well as a string for your banner, and then numbers, so you can say happy 10th birthday, happy 17th birthday, happy 40th birthday. So if you like to customize your cards, this one is so much fun to have the number dies in there, and then the words to mix and match and create really fun cards with banners, and it coordinates really beautifully with the designer paper. Some of the other elements in this suite, we've got this, this is interesting ribbon. It's just interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's called Gold Open Weave Trim, but I don't know. I think it looks green. It's like a metallic green, but doesn't that look green to you? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. We had some similar open weave ribbon like this, and it came out for Halloween. It was like silver, and then it was really pretty too at Christmas time. But for this suite, I just find it to be an odd choice. I would love to have seen like a solid gold, you know, like a metallic kind of ribbon, but I don't know. This is just odd to me. But there it is, and it does tie a nice little bow, and I'm looking at the catalog, and honestly, I don't see any samples. None of the samples use this ribbon. Why? I'm flipping the pages, and I don't see a single sample on this spread that uses this ribbon at all. That is odd. Usually they're so good about that. Anyway, the thing I do see a lot of is these yummy yums. This is party dots, and they look like those yummy candy dots. We've got pretty in pink, pool party, and peach pie. There are 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. I think. Nope, I lied. There's large and small. No medium ones, so just the 2 sizes in the 3 colors. But these are gorgeous, and they go with the designer paper in the suite. So awesome. All right, let's move on. Actually, that was the last suite. I have some other stamp sets that are coming out, and these are all available as bundles. I chose not to get the bundles to save myself some money. And also I decided to get some of these to give away as prizes to my team, specifically my team who were top performers among our team in the last year. So if you are a top performer on the Jubilant Stampers team, watch for an email from me. I'm going to give you some choices so you can pick out a brand new stamp set as my gift to you. So first up, we have the Memorable Blooms. And honestly, I feel like we've seen these flowers over and over again. It does have some really amazing dies. There's sort of this hexagon shape. No, maybe it's an octagon. I think it's an octagon shape that has a detailed flower die that kind of diagonally goes across the diagonal, or the octagon. I think it's really pretty. And again, I feel like some of these dies, we're getting more dynamic images in the bundles, and I think that's what makes them super special. Okay, the next one is called Darling Dinos, and I just held off on getting the dies, but I'll probably keep this one because it is Diana Gibbs's Million Sales Achiever stamp set. Super excited that she picked out this one. Diana is such an amazing colorer, and so I cannot wait to see what she creates with Darling Dinos. Super cute stamp set. The dies on this one just die cut the images, and so there are no special frames or other special dies, which is another reason that I decided not to get them. Trying to minimize my expenses a little bit. Next up, we've got the terrific Toadstools, and this has a coordinating punch, and it has some coordinating designer paper coming up in the Sale-a-Bration book that I'm going to show you. Terrific Toadstools has different images here, including the stem, and then different, like a mushroom top, and maybe there's better words for these, I don't know. And then the toadstool. There's several different toadstools, a little ladybug. It says, just a little thank you. You are magical. Popping up to say hi. And I have to say, I wasn't like totally about this stamp set until I saw the designer paper, which is super cute. But toadstools are totally hot right now. They are a big thing. Claire's got toadstools all over her, like she's got a sweater that has some stitched toadstools on there, and I just got her a little kit that has like a little embroidery kit that has toadstools. So everyone's got the toadstools going on. I'll put that aside so I can show you the designer paper. Another punch bundle I'm super excited about is called Hugs for Love. Check out this label die. Oh my gosh, I love dies or punches. What did I? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said die. It's a punch. And it is such a fun shape. It has straight sides here and then this label. And you guys know one of my favorite things to do with these punches, I'm grabbing a skinny piece really quick, is to punch out like you can do a label like that and have the fun ends. So this one has got lots of possibilities. I am super excited to have this new shape. Now the stamp set that it's bundled with, called Hugs for Love, is a Valentine kind of theme set. We've got some hearts, we've got 2 little frames that fit in the punch, and then we've got some sentiments: sending a big hug, life is better with you, you make me smile. Lots of hugs and kisses. You and I make the best team, and happy Valentine's Day. But my favorite part, my favorite part is that there's another coordinating stamp set. Yay! I love coordinating stamps. And so Bright Borders is a standalone stamp set that also coordinates with this punch. It has a couple different frames and lots of sentiments like thank you, congrats from all of us, so happy for you, from you to me, the future is bright. So I am excited to have both of these stamp sets to coordinate with the new punch. I think it might be my favorite new punch, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of it. In fact, I want to show you a card with it when we get to the Sale-a-Bration brochure. So let me show you one more stamp set that's coming out in the mini catalog called One More Year. This one is super fun. It's got all the great puns. So aging fine like cheese and wine. What is this one? Oh, you're how old? In dog years, you'd be... At least you're not as old as you'll be next year. Happy birthday. Now back to me. Happy birthday, another wrinkle wiser. Got all the candles on there. This one is kind of fun. I like the little fireworks there. Just kind of a fun, whimsical stamp set to celebrate birthdays. All right, let's leave out this stamp set and our punch, and let's move on to our Sale-a-Bration box. I've got all my Sale-a-Bration goodies here. You guys, who loves Sale-a-Bration? This is what is happening. I was going to say twice a year. It's happening once a year. January and February. It's been happening ever since I was a demonstrator when I started 22 years ago. And this year is the first in 22 years that Stampin' Up! Has made a little change to Sale-a-Bration. And instead of free gifts for every $50 you order, we are now having free gifts for every $60 that you order. But I have to tell you, I think that these gifts are some of my favorite, and I'm sure you're going to have no problem spending $60 on some of these awesome things from the new catalog to get your freebies. So let me show you some of the Sale-a-Bration freebies that you're going to see when this promotion starts on January 7th. We've got some great stamp sets, including the Documenting the Day stamp set. What a perfect one for scrapbookers. We've got the nice big day. Let me show you the inside, because again, they are bigger inside. The images on the front are shown at 90%. So we've got nice big images here with a bold day, and then what a wonderful documenting the, oh, what a one fine day in the sun, a perfect day with a heart and the sunshine. I think this one is going to be so good to use on all kinds of scrapbooking coming up this spring. Another one that is one of my favorites is a new card kit that's exclusive to Stampin' Up! And this one does not have any stamping. So all the pieces that you need are die cut and ready to go. And Claire assembled these shape cards. They are rainbow shape cards. She assembled these for me today. It was super easy to follow the instructions. It comes with Stampin' Dimensionals. And so all you need to do, it has the instructions right here and shows you where to put the Stampin' Dimensionals and how to assemble the cards. This kit comes with 6 cards, 2 each of 3 different designs, and each of them are rainbows colored a little bit differently. I know she was a little bit nervous. She was like, you want me to do what? But then once she got going, she just whipped through them and did such a great job. Check out these coordinating envelopes. They have kind of a cute little cloud pattern there on the inside, like a nice little peekaboo when you open up the card. I think that's fun. So this one is called Rainbow Celebration. And it is one of the celebration items that you can choose for free with a $60 order. So demonstrators, when you're pre-ordering right now this month, you can pre-earn celebration rewards. Here's the next one. This one is called Fruit Salad Designer Paper. It's 6x6 and it has 12 different fruity patterns. It kind of reminds me of some designer paper that we have had in the past. I remember one specifically. Maybe the fruit was a little bit smaller, but it was, gosh, like 10, 12 years ago. Do you guys remember that one? So this has fun paper. And as far as I can tell, there are no fruit stamp sets that coordinate with this designer paper. So the paper seems a little bit random to me because there's no coordinating stamps, but maybe we'll see some stamps come down the road. I don't know. So we've got some fruits, some different fruits here, some bananas. I love how they really thought about having the back sides coordinate with the front. And we've got apples, oranges, and lemons. Oh, and the slices on the other side. That's clever. Then we've got the cantaloupe. Oh, that's like a giant orange slice right there. Close up. Whoop. Oh yeah, there is. I forgot about the, we've got the To Market designer paper in the annual catalog. That one's got a lot of veggies. And so this is sort of the fruit version of that. So I didn't think about that. Good call. The pineapples next and slices on the back. So you could cut a lot of these out and use them as images. This one is fun. It is watermelon rind with watermelon seeds on the other side. I think that's really fun. Then we've got kiwi slices. Some more fruit salad. My kids grew up with the Wiggles, and so every time I hear fruit salad, I just want to start singing. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. I've got nice pears here and some pomegranates. Super fun. I don't know. What do you think about the fruit salad designer paper? I'm sure I'll come up with something really fun and make you want this designer paper. But right now, this isn't the top of my list, the fruit salad. One of the things that is top on my list, pardon my spill, is this Friendly Seagull stamp set. I am a sucker for cute animals, and they do this every single year. They have a stamp set that has cute little animals, and this year it's seagulls. I love this one that's got like a little wink. I just think this is such a fun set. Friendly Seagulls. Hey friend, I love you more than French fries, chips. And so we've got, of course, the French fries, and we've got our fish and seashells and little pebbles. And I just think this is such a cute set. So I can't wait to play with this one. If you don't care for having more stamp sets, this is a fun option. It's called the Star Struck embossing folder. And this is a regular thin embossing folder. And I thought it looked like flowers at first, but there are little stars inside. And then it's sort of like star burst, like, you know, the burst around the stars. But I think it could look like flowers if you wanted it to be. So this is Starstruck embossing folder. I think it's kind of a fun one to coordinate with the Day to Celebrate stamp set. This is a fun one that's got a little medal or a ribbon, and this could either be like, what do you call those? Like cheerleaders use. Megaphone, or you can stick this little pom-pom on top and make it a party hat. I love that it has that flexibility. It's a good day to celebrate. Hooray, happy birthday, OMG, congrats to you, all day your way. I think this is going to be a fun one to celebrate, and with the Starstruck embossing folder, I think it's a perfect pairing for making fun cards to celebrate. Our next celebration gift options are the Toadstool Gardens designer paper and Fresh Freesia seam binding. I love that. This designer paper is 6x6 and it includes 8 sheets of 6 different images. It does coordinate with that Toadstool stamp set and punch, terrific toadstools. So it has some coordinating imagery. The colors here are Fresh Freesia, Melon Mambo, Pretty and Pink, Granny Apple Green, Pumpkin Pie. And I just think it's so fresh and fun. And it made me want to get the terrific toadstools. So here we go. There's your more traditional toadstool mushroom color. So that it looks like gray granite and the designer paper. I'm a sucker for coordinating stuff. So when I saw the paper, I thought, okay, I gotta get the designer paper that matches. And I love too that we have some seam binding that coordinates as well. Now the seam binding is not like specifically only for this suite, but it does go with lots of other things and it does coordinate with the designer paper. So I think that's lovely. So this is sort of like our Sale-a-Bration suite, if you will, because we also have another item that is the purple adhesive back sequins. They're so yummy. These type of sequins are my favorite. We've had them in different colors throughout the years, and they are always, always, always my very favorite. They're easy to use. I like the size. They're relatively flat and very squishable. So they're very malleable. We have like a berry burst, fresh freesia, pretty and pink, and white. And so they do, again, coordinate with this designer paper. We've got this great suite of coordinating products. But again, you're going to be able to use these with lots of other suites. In fact, I think this would go really well, the berry burst and the white, with our ocean, Friends of the Ocean suite as well. So just lots of fun things. Okay, so in this montage, we have sequins that are a Sale-a-Bration gift item. We have ribbon, that's a Sale-a-Bration gift item, and we have the designer paper that is a Sale-a-Bration gift item. So tell me what you think about all these. Are you a fan of the toadstool paper? And if you're not a fan of toadstools, like there still are some great patterns on here. Let me show you the other side. Some great patterns that are not just toadstool. Okay, so lots of possibilities here, even without the toadstools. I think it's great. All right. Oh, this is another favorite one of mine. I love the variety of stamp sets here. So here's another stamp set that you can get for free during Sale-a-Bration with a $60 order. It's called Pick a Season. And this is kind of a builder tree. We've seen different variations of this before. This is quite actually smaller than I envisioned that it would be. In fact, nope, I think it's actual size on the cover. Yeah, okay, so actual size in the cover. So we have the little tree with leaves, we've got the trunk, and then we've got some clouds, some grass, and all of these are things that you could put inside of the tree. So you could have flowers or eggs or shamrocks or hearts or just more leaves. And then you probably wouldn't put the fence inside the tree, but you could have your fence lining the tree. And then you've got a little tree here, and you could put those leaves on the tree to kind of make your tree, the grass there too. So kind of a fun one. I like this one, that it has some fun things to put on the tree. I think this would be really fun for fall too, to do some different fall colors. So I'm liking that. Pick a Season, one of my favorite Sale-a-Bration sets. Here's one that's not, it's not a favorite of mine. It's called Dance With Me, and maybe it's not my favorite because I don't like to color, but this style of imagery just isn't my style. So I would love to know from you guys, is it your style? Do you like the Dance With Me stamp set? And either way, I also want to know, do you dance with your partner? Jim and I dance, I would say, like if we are at a wedding or something like that, but we don't necessarily seek out opportunities to dance. I once upon a time thought it'd be fun to take dance lessons, but that's something that we never have done, and I don't necessarily have interest in doing that anymore. But these characters look like they are having lots of fun. I think the Dance With Me stamp set would be a fun one to create an anniversary card or a wedding card, or just, something fun, especially sending to a couple. I see a lot of you agree with me on not being a fan of Dance With Me, but I like that Stampin' Up! Has a variety of stamp sets for lots of different stampers. And so even if it might not be for us, I think it will be for somebody else. Here is something that I think might be for everyone, is this beautiful designer paper. I've got to look up the name of it. It is a 12 by 12 designer paper. It's called Bloom Impressions. And I just love the colors here. We got like rainbow colors going on. Azure Afternoon, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, and Shy Shamrock. I see some Blueberry Bushel in there as well, that dark blue. So we've got these great flower images on one side and some watercolor washes on the other one. Bright, fun, springy colors. I think you can make some really cheerful cards. And this one doesn't necessarily have coordinating stamps. You know what? It kind of does. Oh, I didn't think of it. Hold on a second. I have to grab it from my cabinet. We have a stamp set in the online exclusives right now that does go with this. Here it is. It is called Pretty Petals. And I think it goes quite nicely with this designer paper. I was thinking the paper seems really random and there wasn't anything necessarily that it says it coordinates with. Sometimes in the catalog it says like, oh, this coordinates with this, but I don't see any notation about that. But if I had to guess, I think it goes with the Pretty Petals. This is a bundle that's in the November online exclusives, and it is available to order right now. The Pretty Petals bundle is 164869, and you can find that in the online store at juliedavison.com/shop. While we're talking about this, let me show you some samples. Oh, one more. So here are some cards. This one I made a couple weeks ago in our Thursday night stamp therapy when I was first showing you some online exclusives. And I used a new herringbone embossing folder for this one. But gosh, I could use a little bit of designer paper back there just as easily. It would be really pretty to do that. And then here's another card. This is one I made during our Sunday stamp along. And I used the same colors, Berry Burst and Old Olive. And then this is a card that Mom made. Oh, this was our shoebox swap. So when we got together for backstage, we did a shoebox swap, and this was the card that Mom designed with the eyelid embossing folder, some Petunia Pop, and then this, what is this one? It's also an online exclusive. It's got the long stringy sayings. And this one is Granny Apple Green and Petunia Pop. And I always forget to say Mom's name. Susan LaCroix. I really should say her name more and stop calling her Mom because she has an identity that is outside of just being my mother. She is a very talented stamper, an amazing demonstrator who has achieved many things, including incentive trips. She has achieved her 500,000 milestone, which is not a common accomplishment. So she's also very amazing. Okay, Leanne Graff made this last one, and this is kind of a center Z-fold card, but vertical. She used the herringbone embossing folder with Pretty in Pink and Lost Lagoon to create this fun fold card. So these are cards made with Pretty Petals, which is available right now, and Pretty Petals coordinates, I think, with this new Bloom Impressions designer paper, which is available during Sale-a-Bration. We got a long way. We're coming back around. Bloom Impressions designer paper, available during Sale-a-Bration, free with a $60 order. So I thought we would make a card, because why not? Our video's so long already. I thought we would make a card with this designer paper and that new label punch and the Bright Borders stamp set. So I have some pieces of designer paper. I guess I just had 5. I thought I had more, but I think that's it. So I have some pieces of designer paper, and I'm second guessing my my pattern matching and thinking I should have done something different. Is there a blue? I'm just going to keep these pieces because I already have them cut. But let's go, let's kind of mix up our, why am I struggling so much with this? Okay, there we go. We're going to put this on a white card, and we're going to do stamping and make a card. So let's get out, I should have done a note card. I still could do a note card. Let's do a regular size card. This is going to be thick white cardstock, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 to make our card front. And super easy. Now this designer paper, these pieces are, they are 3.5 by 1, and we're going to glue these down, and then we'll stamp our greeting and maybe add some sequins. I'm purposely putting our designer paper pieces kind of at an angle and just filling up the space here. Okay, and then let's get out another piece of paper. For this one, I want to do, I love this gorgeous grape color. Let's do some gorgeous grape, and my flowers are upside down. There we go. Some gorgeous grape and melon mambo. And I think this lovely frame and so happy for you. I love that because that can be for a lot of different occasions. Let's get out our melon mambo, gorgeous grape, and some Versamark to protect our ink. I'm gonna do melon mambo for the border. So pretty, and some gorgeous grape for the sentiment. Get our punch out. Oh, I see your comment. Sue says she thinks of me every time she takes a card apart. I love it. I'm so glad you think of me. There is a, I feel like there is a little, let's go over here with it. Some technique to taking your card apart and putting it back together. And so I'm glad that you have perfected that and aren't afraid to tear your card apart. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to add the label here. You thought we'd get through the whole line without me tearing it apart. That's so cute. I do sometimes get through without having to tear my card apart. It's rare, but it does happen. I'm going to add some sequins here just to dress up our card a little bit more with some bling bling. And I don't don't know. There's so many colors going on. I think I want to go with just some white sequins that will stand out nicely against the designer paper that's so colorful. Yes, so Fran, you saw me use the Versamark pad. I've been talking about it a lot in my videos, but some of the bright colors, especially like Melon Mambo and I did Gorgeous Grape, but I don't necessarily have a problem with that one. Melon Mambo, Berry Burst, Cherry Cobbler, they tend to stain photopolymer stamps. And so by using my Versamark ink first, I kind of coat the stamp and protect it from the really dark, bright ink. And so that can help to prevent staining on the stamps. So just a little tip, you don't have to, and your stamps, even if they are stained, are still very usable. So it's just something that I like to do when I remember to kind of protect my stamps from staining a little bit. Our next Sale-a-Bration item, this is the last one I have to show you, is a level 2 Sale-a-Bration item. And there are 2 this year. There are 2 Sale-a-Bration items. One of them is a stamp set, and it has kind of some corner flowers. I don't know, honestly, they were outline flowers. They weren't really my cup of tea, and so I didn't get them, especially because it was a level 2 stamp set, and I was like, I would rather have 2 of the other things. So this is one of them, though. It's called Heart Shaped, and it is a stamp set and die combination. So this is free with a $120 order in the US. That's the level 2. So it has these really cute little images. It looks like they are actual size here on the front. The heart shaped with the vines, some flowers, and then sentiments. My thoughts of you are all heart shaped. Oh, that's cute. My heart loves your heart just because I care. Hello and thank you. And even though this is hearts, I still don't feel like it's necessarily like a Valentine set. I think that this is more of like a thinking of you kind of a thing. So we've got stamps for or we've got dies for the flowers, and then the other ones are detailed dies, a detailed vine, detailed leaves, detailed flower, a label punch or label die. That's really nice. I'm surprised that there isn't a die that die cuts around the heart, but I bet you, hold on a second. This is the Hearts of Elegance. This is another one that is in the November online exclusives that you can get right now. And I bet you that this die, oh, almost. There are a couple different heart dies in this set. And I was just thinking, I bet one of them die cuts. And it's not, it could be a little bit bigger, but it is the same shape kind of. So it won't die cut the whole thing, but it's pretty darn close. This one's too big. Well, it's actually not as big as I thought it would be. All right, so an option. It's kind of close. All right, this was all the Sale-a-Bration stuff. Some of it was in the first part of the video, and some of it I finished up here. But I have more product to show you because I don't know, because we're not done. We have more. Stampin' Up is crazy. They have also decided to come out with online exclusives that are coming out at the same time as the mini catalog. What? So here's the deal. Our mini catalog, let me bring out the cover again. Whoop. Okay. The mini catalog is smaller in its product offering because there are some extra pages that talk about how to use the product and why to get bundles and all of these amazing things, which makes it more user-friendly for new stampers. Because you guys, I'm sorry, but I think it's true that the catalogs can be very overwhelming to people who've never stamped before. When there are so many choices and so many things, I just kind of sometimes shut off. Like, I don't even know where to start, you know? And so as a new stamper, these catalogs are now kind of geared towards introducing the stamping experience to new stampers, because Stampin' Up knows that all of us avid stampers, we're gonna get it, we're gonna find it, we're all over these things regardless. And so the catalogs really are geared more towards teaching and helping introduce Stampin' Up to new people. So because there are fewer products in the mini catalog that are pictured, we have a boatload of online exclusives, and that's where you're finding sort of the rest of the mini catalog products. So some of these things were designed to go in the mini catalog and they ran out of space. And so they're also available online. So they're going to release at the same time on January 7th. So everything I'm about to show you, which is not everything, I swear I didn't order everything. It's not, there's so much more than just this flyer. So if you're a demonstrator, again, make sure that you check out the whole section of online exclusives pre-order. I'm trying to find the paper again. Here it is. Okay, demonstrators. On the demonstrator menu, go to menu, scroll down to what's new, online exclusive pre-order, and January mini catalog pre-order. That's where you're going to find all of this stuff. So everything I'm showing right now, demonstrators can order right now. If you're not a demonstrator, you should think about it, but you'll have to wait until January 7th to order everything. Okay, online exclusives. So we have a flyer that shows a few products, and I'll work on a flyer to show you all the products. In fact, if you are a customer who regularly orders from me, I'm going to send you the mini catalog, and I'm going to include an online exclusive flyer that will show you all the things that are extra that are available online. So you'll be able to kind of see a little bit. I know it's not the same as a catalog, but you'll be able to see some of these extra products. So let's jump right in. This first suite that I'm going to show you is called Mixed Media Floral. And it has a lot of really fun elements to it, including some designer paper that is 12 by 12. It has some fantastic colors, and I love that these images are colored for us already. So we've got some great line art here with kind of a watercolor images, and then fantastic imagery on the backside, watercolor washes. Our colors here are Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, Granny Apple Green, Shy Shamrock, Boho Blue, and Basic Black. I think there's a little Poppy Parade in there too. And like I see some Daffodil. And I mean, there's always more colors, I think, when they list here. But we also got some great black and white patterns. So if you love to color, you can color this in, or you can just leave it black and white. Very graphic. Oh, I love that one. That might be my favorites. This one has lots of coordinating items, including a plaster painting embossing folder. This is one of those big ones that seems to be the trend of some of our embossing folders lately. We have almost a canvas edge, but most of it is this sort of plaster brush stroke or paint stroke. And it's kind of fun. I love the texture. It coordinates really nicely with the designer paper. So if you're wanting to use, pieces and kind of layer that, it brings in some of that texture. Oh my gosh, Diane, I'm so sorry to hear that you guys had a house fire. That is so scary. And I'm glad that everything was okay. And I don't know what it was. I just had that moment where I thought it was not, it was not good. You could hear it in my voice. I know you could. Okay. Mixed Florals is the stamp set. There are two bundles in this set. Now I didn't get the dies for Mixed Florals. Again, I'm just trying to cut down on not buying everything. And sometimes I find that I don't use the dies very often. So I'm focused on the stamp set. For this one, it has outline dies, and then it has this really great detailed leaf die in there. So Mixed Florals. And then this one doesn't have any sentiments, and so we get some of those sentiments in the mixed labels. And this one is really fun because it has some label dies where even if you didn't get the stamp set, I think you would really like to have these dies. It has some fun stitching around the edges. There are 3 labels here, 4 and 5 for the big banner, then a detailed leaf, and this other little detail sort of crosshatch. The sentiments included in the mixed labels are: your kindness made my day, for a great friend, I'm so glad we're friends, with sympathy, just a note to let you know you're on my mind, you're pretty wonderful, and happy anniversary. So lots of great ones here. Oh, I like your thought, Melissa. She's saying the Corner and Bloom Celebration stamp set, the one I didn't show you, that's a level 2 set. She thinks would coordinate really nicely with the mixed media floral. I like that idea. I can peek at my little celebration brochure, but I can't show you the inside pages of that brochure. But I think you are right. I think it would go really nicely with that. It's a little bit of a different line art style. But the other thing that is part of this is, and I think this is actually pictured in the catalog, we have a Memories and More card set. Now, demonstrators, this one was not quite ready to order when pre-order started this week on Tuesday, but I think it's supposed to be back in stock. Not back in stock. It's supposed to be in stock. It hasn't been in stock yet. It's supposed to be in stock, I think, next week. So if you're interested in ordering that, you can check back on that. But it will be available in January. Now, also part of this suite, we have some embellishments. These are the low profile dots. I love these. We've had some glossy dots like this before, but talk about low profile. These are super, super flat. We have a barely a bump. Gold and petal pink here. Really, really pretty. I like this style because it is bling without being too, non-machinable, too much of a profile. So these are fantastic, literally called low profile dots. Oh, Cecilia says her pocketbook hurts, girl. I hear you. I hear you. I did not, I should have kept myself in better check. Okay, our next suite for the online exclusives is called Everyday Arches. And, the stamp set is called Everyday Arches. The designer paper in the suite is called Everyday Skies. And I was driving home yesterday and I looked up and I swear it was like this, or one of these clouds on it. And Anna remarked, "Oh my gosh, that's so pretty." It was like this. And I love a good sunset. And so what is part of a beautiful sunset is a beautiful sky. And so these Everyday Skies are unexpected. I never would have thought that I would like sky paper, but they are painted by Stampin' Up concept artists, and these are 6x6. So you're getting 12 different patterns, 2 of each, but we also have some really great like starry night skies and some other B-side patterns that are really versatile to mix and match with these. Little airplanes. Oh no, those are birds. Sorry. They look like airplanes. We have got some airplanes too. Lots of different textures, lots of different fun. I love this one. It feels like a daydream. It's so pretty. Another purple sky. So colors here, we've got Azure Afternoon, Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Grape, Night of Navy, Pumpkin Pie. There's some fresh freesia in there, some pretty in pink, some powdered pink, I'm sure as well. Tell me what you think about this paper. I think it's one that I'm going to like more and more. Like the more I play with it, I think I'm going to like it more. I'm mostly drawn to the night sky, I think, more than the other ones. But I think I'm going to have some fun using those. So coordinating this with this, the Everyday Skies, is the Everyday Arches. There goes the budget. I know. Oh, this is an interesting bundle. It has these sort of dome or window arches dies, and so there's several here, and they have a stitching around the inside cut edge. There are 10 dies. They're all nested, different sizes of the same arch, and these stamps then fit inside the arches. So these are the actual size, a little bit bigger than we see on the cover. And I'm going to go back to the cover so we can actually read the words, but there's the actual size here. So know you are loved. You are simply fantastic. You are a ray of sunshine. Reach for the stars. thanks, hello, embrace the journey so very much. That would go with thanks. And then we have airplanes, a hot air balloon, birds, which are almost as big as the airplanes. That's remarkable. Some stars. This one is like out of my wheelhouse, like one that I would not normally get, but I'm excited to play with this one. And then with this one, I think it's interesting that we have white ribbon. White ribbon with this one because it's so colorful, the paper. It just surprises me that we have white ribbon, but this is a very versatile ribbon. It is a white 1/2 inch woven ribbon, and this is like a great basic, a classic ribbon that you're going to need for everything, I feel like. And I love about white ribbons is that you can color it, so you can use your Stampin' Blends and you can color, or you can dye it with re-inker and make it whatever color you want it to be. My favorite thing though is these amazing gems. They're called two-tone sparkle gems. And Claire said they were like a mermaid tail. I don't know if you can see in the plastic. Let me take it out. It is like purple and light blue shimmer. It is so mermaidy. Is it coming across on the video? I can't tell. It is just glittery and glitzy, but not like over the top, just sort of like subtle, like stars in the night. So pretty. I think these are going to sell quickly. I don't think my video even is doing them justice. They truly are really just gorgeous, and I just love the color of these. So add that to your wish list. Everything today is going to be available January 7th, unless you're a demonstrator, in which case you can order right now with your demonstrator discount. And during the demonstrator pre-order period, you can get free Sale-a-Bration gifts. So you can pre-earn your Sale-a-Bration gifts during the pre-order period. So awesome sauce. All right, Everyday Skies. Tell me what you think. Yay or nay? Do you like this one? I think I'm going to make some beautiful things and change your mind. All right, so we got some bundles. And again, I did not buy the dies. I'm just showing you the stamp sets. I think I said in the other video, I plan to offer some of these stamp sets that I ordered to my team members who were top achievers for our team last year. So I'm really excited to be able to offer them some brand new stamp sets as a gift for their achievement. So we have Adventure Together, which is a camper set. It does have coordinating dies. I'm going to cheat sheet here and look at my dies to see what those look like. There are some tire tracks and grass, and then the other ones are pretty much all images that die cut what's in the set. Adventure Together. Spring Corners. This one has a dynamic set of dies with some detailed corner dies as well as some like inset dies. So there's like, it cuts out the shape of a flower in the corner. So like it would be cutting out of a solid piece of cardstock, the shape. This is one I think I'm going to end up getting the bundle at some point, but I didn't do it on my pre-order. It has the words that kind of go in the corner. So it's sort of like a similar idea as the arches, but this is for squares and this is for arches. I love the style of the font and just some of the words here. You brighten my day, happy we're friends, through the happy and sad, always in your corner. Oh, what a great pun. And some little accessory stamps on this one. And then we have Twisted in Time. And gosh, I just feel like we've had a lot of trees lately. This one has some interesting detail dies, including like a ticket looking border. It's only one end. It's not like a whole ticket, but it sort of has that ticket style corners to it. And then there are some detail dies that are like the twisted tree. There's a die that's a banner that would coordinate with some of the words, and another detailed, two other detailed. There's a lot of detailed dies that go with this one. But it's just not my style. So I don't know about this one, but Twisted in Time. This one's coming soon. There's also, and I thought I ordered this one, but I apparently didn't. There's a really great one called Faith Collection that has crosses, stamps, and dies. Beautiful, detailed palms. Perfect for Easter. You guys are going to love that one. Here's another one I did get the dies for. It's called Around It All, and it has circle dies, but they're not circles. They're like dots. They're like sort of uneven, crazy shapes. And I was kind of intrigued by it. There are 12 different sizes here, and they are meant to coordinate. Oh, there's a rubber stamp set. They are meant to coordinate with these images here. And so I've seen some card samples with the, and you can see those on the product pages that kind of have like designer paper, and then, you know, some of these in circles, and it's kind of fun. So I think I'm going to have some fun with Around It All, and especially just having a new shape to die cut. So I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Around It All, are you a fan of the dies, or are they are they not your cup of tea? Melissa says, if I drew a circle, right? It's a little bit different. And honestly, I was kind of on the fence on this one, and I decided just to go for it. I think the images are interesting. We've got the grad cap and the diamond ring and the baby bottles. So sort of that, like, you know, young adulthood milestones, graduating and getting married and having a baby. So we got the congrats, and it's a big day, which kind of fits all of those things. Diane says she loves the nested dies, but I see some of you are not so fan of the wobbly circles. I like that too. I'm going to call them the wobbly circle dies. All right, I've got a couple more items here in the online exclusives to show you. One of them is called Elements of Style. This is a standalone stamp set. It is red rubber, and so they're a little bit bigger than what is on the case, and they are just sort of background images. So we've got some splatters, but we also have these text images, which I think are really fun to kind of layer. Mom likes that shabby chic style, and so I think the elements of text are a really good one to kind of pair with that. And then the last item that I have to show you, there are other standalone stamp sets and another bundle or two that I didn't show you. Actually, there's 4 more standalone stamp sets that I didn't order. And then here we have the pastel ombre glitter paper. And this I did show you earlier when we made the Friends of the Ocean card. I used some of this glitter paper to die cut the coral. So we have been talking all night about these new products, and I showed you so much stuff. I would love to know what you're excited about. What did you see that you are loving? We've got some new products, and I'm probably not going to show a lot of the new stuff. Well, actually, that's a lie. I'm going to show you a lot of new stuff coming up in my 12 Days of Christmas series. I'll be starting daily videos on December 2nd, on Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to be doing daily unboxing videos to show you the 12 Days of Christmas gifts, and I will be focusing on some sneak peeks from the Sale-a-Bration and the mini catalog and the online exclusives. So stay tuned for more projects, more sneak peeks starting December 2nd, which is right after Thanksgiving. Now, next week is Thanksgiving on Thursday, and I will, I will have a pre-recorded video for you that is going to reveal the November project kit. So tune in after you're done enjoying Thanksgiving with your family. Tune in to see what that's all about. I'm going to pre-record because I'll be at Mom and Dad's house and celebrating with my family. I'll try to join in on the chat, though, and wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And I hope that you enjoyed this little sneak peek and the projects that I shared with you tonight. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure that this reminder is going to make a difference, but I hope that you will. Subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. You guys, thank you so much for being part of my stamping community. Oh, Diane says, looking forward to my stamp set. I will sign it for you. That's a good idea. Diane's asking if I can sign my stamp set for her on stage. I think that is a smart idea. If you would like me to stamp or sign your stamp set and you're going to on stage, if you're a demonstrator, that's happening in March, you can bring the stamp set or you can just bring the insert and I'll sign it for you and you can take it home. But I am going to offer a signed stamp set as part of my class coming up in January with details coming in December, so stay tuned. All right, you guys, I'm going for that cup of tea, glass of wine, maybe all of it. Happy Thanksgiving. I will see you again very soon. We actually have a lot going on between now and Thanksgiving. Sunday stamping at noon Central Time on Sunday, November 24th. On Tuesday, November 26th, we have our Thankful, Grateful, Blessed Part 2 Great Big Card Swap Showcase. And then I will have a pre-recorded video available for you next Thursday, November 28th on Thanksgiving at 7:15 p.m. Central Time. So tune in for all of those things. I look forward to stamping with you. Have a great evening. Good night.